Girl, I must have been crazy to say that it was over. Tried to be a fool to yell out we were through. And now I'm all alone and feeling down and out, babe. When I never meant for this to, it was so crazy of me. Sometimes we say things that we really don't mean. Well, I'm sorry, baby. Bring your loving back to me. Can't sleep, babe. Can't think, babe. Can't live, babe. Without you in my life, I can't go on, babe. This is my song, baby. Don't wanna do nothing if I go away, baby. And I can't do nothing if you're not around.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? I want to address some things real quick before I get into what we want to say here. But I would have been did it days ago. However, I ain't really been feeling too good. But I noticed that a certain blogger or whatever did a video. Well, people was coming to me telling me that a certain blogger was linking me to Larry or something, saying Larry's running the channel again. Basically because he read the little Scandal Media article that's like months ago, months old and all that. But first and foremost, I just want to say this is not Larry running this channel. Everybody should know that by now. I don't know why this specific blogger did not do no proper research. He kind of just jumped out there. I don't know if it was intentional to try to sabotage the channel or not. But I just want to say to that blogger that you should do your research first before you sit here and try to give somebody else credit for this work over here that we're doing. Okay, we put in a lot of hard work and we do a lot of research and we're real passionate, okay, about the topic at hand. So we take this serious, and to say that somebody that is not for R. Kelly is running this channel, that's just asinine. But on that note, once again, I'm gonna say this one last time, and I'm gonna be done with it. This is not Larry running this channel. This is Senator Sayne, not Senator SAYNE'S or not Senator whatever. It's Senator Sayne. Okay, Senator Sayne and his wife are running this channel. That's it. Nobody else. All right. And
So
on that,
stop it. Please
yeah,
stop it.
please stop. That's all.
Please.
We asking nicely. Just please stop, okay? If you could, like I said, he knows who he is that did the little video lately. You should do more research first, man, before you do that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's defamation. You understand? But we ain't even tripping like that. So it is what it is. Moving forward, anybody that is for R. Kelly is welcome to this channel. Okay, we are trying to unify. We're trying to unify all the R. Kelly bloggers. Look, we trying to. It's bigger than that. We trying to unify black people, minorities. Period. Okay, the people, so to speak, because it's a bigger task at hand here. Yeah, R. Kelly is. We definitely want to see him vindicated. We definitely want to see him come out this thing victorious and get his life back, and get what's owed to him. Of course we want to see that. You know what I'm saying? One of the greatest minds in music history. He does not deserve to be sitting in federal custody without a bond for 2 years because of allegations. That's just not right. Now, however, we also know that that's just, the justice system is it's like that sometimes, especially when it comes to people of color. It's like that. They it's definitely not fair to us, and we're aware of that. However, back to what I was saying, we are trying to unify the people, and we are trying to uplift the African American community and minorities, empower us, I should say. You know, bring prosperity to our people, man, and just educate our people, and hope that our people can be more healthy mentally, and physically, and enjoy this odyssey that we're in called life. My thing is this though, it does not help the situation at all, dividing dividing up the R. Kelly supporters. It just doesn't make sense. So that's why we've been saying for a long time now that everybody should be unified. Even if you don't want to unify, just you could at least just focus on the task at hand. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really not worth it. All the back and forth and the fighting and arguing on YouTube. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's YouTube, man. You know? But anyhow, so yeah, everybody is welcomed. Um, if you for R. Kelly, you are welcome to this channel. Okay? And even if you are not for R. Kelly, as long as you respectful with it, it's cool too. It's all love. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. We all need to look, we all need to I get that we gotta respect each other's opinion, right? Now, however, there is a line that has to be drawn. And that's why I've said on several videos ago that at what point is it crossing the line? But on that note, we're not even going to worry about that right now. If you're respectful, like I said, and you don't cross that line, then you're welcome to this channel as well.
Sunny days, I promised you life's window pane with a perfect view. I vow to love you unconditional and be there for you all season. And baby, I never meant to clip your wings. Baby, I never meant to clip your wings. Baby, I never meant to clip your wings. Now I'm wishing you could fly right back to me, yeah. Clip Wings is a very special song to me because I left a girl that really loved me, and I just loved her, but she was deeply, madly in love with me, and I didn't know how to get up to her speed. So I just loved her the way I loved her, but it wasn't enough for her, so we ended up breaking up. Months after we broke up, I started missing her, as if I was the one deeply in love with her when we were together. And it showed me that you don't miss a good thing. Well, you know the rest. Clip Wings.
Yes, 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 indeed. You know, man, that's what I was saying the other day, y'all. It's like the talent, man. It's like, do y'all know what y'all have done? To try to block a talent like that. One of our greatest minds in music, man. It's a shame that we're being deprived of hearing R. Kelly music, man. At least any new R. Kelly music because of this, these allegations and stuff like that. But the message that he said at the end, that I got to thinking about that, and it was a good message, as far as something to think about, because us as human beings, right? We tend to not appreciate things, in the moment. We tend to forget, whether it be appreciating someone's talent, like an R. Kelly, or whether it's, your significant other, or a family member, or even yourself, we tend to even not even appreciate ourselves, man. And I think that has to, we got to start getting it to a point, everybody, where as far as the minority communities and the African American communities, we have to start teaching uh, appreciation for one another, and appreciation for ourselves, man. We got to start really trying to uplift each other instead of always trying to divide each other, and that seems to be why we're always facing problems. At least, the way I see it from my vantage point, it seems like that's the reason why we're always facing problems, because our community it teaches division so much. It teaches division so often, and it's kind of hard to get some momentum going. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can just keep it just from this small scale on YouTube real quick. Like I've been saying, and my wife's been saying on several videos since we started doing videos, that this YouTube stuff could have really done some good for the cause. And I'm assuming that the cause, as far as, the overall cause, is R. Kelly, at least in these circles. But there was it was some sort of force that came in between, a few parties that was for R. Kelly, and it got to the point where everybody was fighting with each other and trying to send each other to prison, which is just the craziest stuff ever. Trying to send other black folks to prison that you don't even know personally.
Well,
You only know them on
it's
YouTube.
crazy because you're trying to get a one man out of prison. Really, speaking of the justice system, we're trying to get a bunch of black men and people of color out of prison. But then you're trying to send other people to prison? How does that make sense?
Right.
One thing on your channel and that I appreciate so much is that you stay focused. The focus is R. Kelly, and which is and also what is bigger than that is people of color being treated unfairly.
Exactly.
So, how do you see people that are going out of their way to help this man? How can you speak against that?
Right.
What type of human being are you?
Right.
What type of jealousy do you have in your heart? People came out to help this man and support whoever was trying to support him.
Right.
How do you speak against that?
I don't
Unless you have
understand
hate in your heart.
Right.
And you know what? That ain't our focus because we don't care.
We don't.
We don't care.
We
Our
don't
focus has always been R. Kelly. We don't want nothing back. We ain't looking for no accolades. We ain't looking for no thank yous or nothing. We doing this out of love and because we believe this is our calling to do this.
Right.
And
we've never came on here claiming to, oh, this week we're going to reveal this and we're going to bust this wide open. We've never claimed that. We've never said that. We've never tried to mislead anybody by saying that. All we're doing is doing research on the situation and giving our honest, perspective on it. That's all we're doing. And the way our perspective sees it is that this is an innocent man, not a perfect man, but an innocent man that is being falsely accused of things that he did not do, because of the greater cause, which is him trying to get his music back. And
Exactly.
that's what this is all about. But we've never came on here saying, oh, because of us, we're going to do this week and stay tuned because we're going to break this wide open. Like, and it's all good. I mean, I get it. People got to keep people interested in their channel and stuff like that. I understand that. But at the same time, we believe in keeping it 100% real and 100% honest. And you're not going to catch us on here. You know what I'm saying? It's like this, right? Like I was saying earlier in the video, man. This channel, we want to focus on uniting the people. because it does not take a rocket science to figure out that the more minds that come together for a common cause, the better it will be for the cause. You understand? This is not something that one person or one little crew of 3 or 4 can get done.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? The more people thinking and the more minds coming together, the more brilliant minds coming together, and people got to get off of that. Oh, I started this, or I was the first to say this. Listen, man.
It don't matter.
It does not matter at all.
Got him out of jail.
It hasn't.
He still got to go to trial so far. Right. And the bigger thinking is, how is that going to help the rest of us?
Right.
How is that going to help our children? How is that going to help our communities?
Right.
We're not into that small time thinking.
Right.
Period.
And it seems like a lot. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, that we don't want nothing back from that man.
Right.
That's the difference.
Exactly. Exactly. My thing is, man, people, as far as the small time thinking, people, it's like certain people, they come on here. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, they're the people that I'm always, for the most part, shouting out. Y'all know who y'all are. The people that do real research and all that, and is really putting in good work. You know what I'm saying? To bring awareness to the situation. But then I feel like there's other people, man, that they come here and it's like they focus. They become focused on the wrong things, man. It's always some nonsense that certain people is on here focusing about, whether it's, oh, this person is saying this about me, or don't do this, or oh, you did a fraudulent PPP loan and all that. Like, come on, man. How the hell did we get to this point where everybody is trying to, it's almost like people are trying to find laws that other bloggers are breaking so that they can try to send them to prison, instead of trying to see the good that this blogger has done to help the cause, which is on this YouTube scale, it's been R. Kelly, at least in these circles. It's been R. Kelly is the cause, right? That's the cause, trying to help an innocent man that we believe is innocent, right? And instead of people looking at what other bloggers have done to help the situation, it's almost like petty picking, where people coming on here and petty picking about stuff that really don't even, it doesn't matter, man. Whether or not people is coming on here and showing this or doing that, or it does not matter. Like, everybody can bring good information to the table, and we could have been, I'm not going to say we could have got this man out of prison or out of custody, because truth be told, that's his attorney's job. But what we could have done is we could have brought more awareness to the mainstream media. But instead, we have been distracted, going back and forth with one another, arguing over stuff that don't even matter, because we don't even know each other on a personal note. Most of us. I don't know, you know what I'm saying, if some of y'all know each other, whatever, woo, woo, woo. But for the most part, nobody knows each other. We all live in different parts of this country or different parts of the world, whatever the case may be. And we're on YouTube trying to bring awareness about an R. Kelly case. You understand? R. Kelly cases, I should say. And people, sir, a lot of bloggers, man, y'all worried about the wrong things, man. Y'all worried about the wrong things. And that's the problem with the African American community in general. We have to stop allowing the mainstream media, for one, to distract us with stuff that does not even matter. And it what reminds me of the mainstream media, right? I want to talk about certain black figures, the African Americans that are in the mainstream media. And it's almost like they are scared. It's too many, let me say this. It is too many African Americans in position, you know what I'm saying, in a position to make a difference, right? It's too many of them. So when you think of this situation, like an R. Kelly situation, right? Now, listen, we don't know, like I said, if he did these allegations or not. We don't know. But what we can see is the injustice that has came against him. You see what I'm saying? And if it's just speaking up to that, coming together as a unified front to speak up against that, you know, then we could have allowed this man to go to trial, fight his case, and and let the chips fall where they may. But you got people in the mainstream media, like for example, Gayle King. When I watched that interview, right? Now, it's clear when she did the interview with R. Kelly, she ambushed him, right? She interviewed him as if she believed he was guilty. She interviewed him like she was interviewing a guilty man, okay? But when you listen to how she was talking with her colleagues, you can tell that she did not want to do that. You understand? Like, go back and look at it. You can tell. She said, I never felt like certain things, like the white woman on there was trying to, were you afraid? You know, sizing it up. And Gayle King was like, no, I never felt frightened by him. You know what I'm saying? In other words, was speaking good on him. But then when it came down to the interview, she was ambushing him as if he was a guilty man. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But you got to ask yourself, did she want to do that? You know what I'm saying? Did she honestly want to do that? Did she honestly want to ask Lisa Leslie about, the Kobe Bryant situation when she was interviewing her about Kobe Bryant? And did she really want to bring up that negative part, that negative allegation in his life? Or is she being manipulated by the puppeteers, the puppet masters, I should say? You know what I'm saying? As like all the black figures in the media are. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like recently, this whole, situation with Kwame Brown, and with this Stephen A. The way Stephen A. Smith responded to him after all these years of dogging that man out like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm just appalled by how he responded to him. He bring up some highlights of his errors, in basketball, when he could have put a video together of highlights with good plays just as well. You know what I mean? But instead, he chose to find all these negative plays to make it seem like those are the only plays that this man has done in his career. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man didn't have no good games whatsoever. And it was really like a coon, man. That was like cooning to me.
And totally untrue.
Yeah, it was completely untrue. It's buffoonery, man. It's buffoonery. And it's black people like that we gotta get a weed whacker, man, and get these, clip them out of here, man. Not violently, you know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm saying, but we have to start making people we have to start holding people accountable, man, for how they represent us in the media, man, and how they represent the culture. Because the way I see it, it's been so much injustice against R. Kelly that there should have been some figure in the media to come forward and try to defend this man, at least the injustice part. Not, don't get me wrong, not the charges, because we don't know if he did it or not. We believe that he's innocent, and then you have people that believe he's guilty. But we don't know yet. He ain't been to trial yet. You see what I'm saying? And the way things work in the United States of America, okay, if you are accused of a crime, you have a presumption to be innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Right.
You understand? So we have to wait until the trials, to see what, the outcome will be. But as far as the injustice that the system and that the federal government and all this prosecutorial misconduct and Kim Fox not having reasonable indication, you understand? And the man's his amendment rights being violated, his constitutional rights. You know what I'm saying? This is some things that these so-called leaders in the black community and the public figures in black culture and in the media, the mainstream media, they could have been speaking out against.
Look at all the
bringing
people,
awareness to.
Yeah, look at all those people they sent after him.
Yeah.
Even people of color coming after him.
Yeah.
On their platforms.
Yep. That's how they do it. That's how they do it. They, it's always been like that since we was brought to this, this country. They'll have other blacks keeping blacks in line,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that is that. See, it's that type of it's that practice, that standard practice that we need to destroy. That needs to be destroyed
Right.
because, as you all can see, that applies to every walk of life. Even here in these small circles on YouTube, you got people that rather fight with other bloggers that is supposedly for R. Kelly instead of, you don't even got to be friends with the person. Just ignore them. Just ignore them and focus on what you need to focus on. But instead, they can't do that. That's too much like right. They have to continue the drama. They got to continue the shit show. And they have to continue to distract. And I'm starting to question who actually has this man's best interest. Because, like I said, it's a few bloggers that we know come correct every time.
Right.
But then
Right.
there's some where I'm starting to think they bought and paid for, man. I'm telling you. Because it doesn't make sense to me to carry it the way that they carrying it. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, it's like, look, this whole Angelo Clary and Larry situation, man. We know that they was riding with each other. You know what I'm saying? They was riding with each other. I don't understand why all of a sudden, now that they're having a falling out, now people want to go against Angelo or people want to go against Larry. They both contributed to the same destruction. Do you see what I'm saying, everybody? So it kind of makes me question certain people. It's like, yo, do you have R. Kelly's best interest, or do you have Larry's best interest, or do you have Angelo's best interest? Which one is it? Because I'm not seeing, certain people. I'm just seeing always this little drama, what I'm saying, and this confusion being kept up. And black people, we need to stop that, man. We got to get unified, man. We got to get unified. And I know it sounds cliche. It sounds even corny at times, but it is the reality of the situation. You understand? We will never get up. We will never get the oppressors' foot off our neck, so to speak, if we do not learn to unify and we learn to stop with all this drama and all this distraction. You know,
We're
it
fighting the wrong people.
fighting the wrong people.
Fighting each other instead of fighting the real people that need to be fought.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's been our problem, man, since day one, since the day the first slave ship came to this country. That has been our problem. We too busy fighting each other, and it is so deeply embedded in our psyche. You know what I'm saying? They have planted this in our psyche, you know? And from what it seems to me, we have an uphill battle, man. We have an uphill battle, but the real R. Kelly supporters and the real people that want to fight for equality and liberation and justice, you know what I'm saying? A better judicial system, economics, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We have to we have to clip out these perpetrators and these people that are coming on here and ain't seen them, you know what I'm saying, in days, and next thing you know they want to come here with some drama. Listen, that is what is holding us back. We could have been got something done with this R. Kelly situation. Like I said, not prove him innocent. That's not our job. All we can do is bring awareness to the situation. But when it comes down to them courtrooms, it's his attorney's job to show up and show out. You see what I'm saying? That's what the reality is of the situation, everybody. But we gotta these so-called black figures in the media, we have to put pressure on them to start speaking out and stop going along with protocol just so they can get a check, a little peanut check. Because in the scheme of things, when it comes down to the agenda, trust and believe what they're getting paid is peanuts compared to the agenda at hand. And you better believe that if you don't believe nothing else that come out of my mouth. But on that note, if you enjoyed the message to the video, please hit the like button. If you want to share it, I would appreciate that. If you have not subscribed to the channel already, then please subscribe. We don't have all the answers, you know what I'm saying? But the way we see it, we have to start somewhere. And that's exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to give any any ideas, you know what I'm saying? Anything that we can do as far as our perspective and the way we see things to help the cause and to help uplift the people and to help get us in a better situation, whether it's physical, mental, spiritual, financial, whatever, and any input from you all is, you know what I'm saying? We accept all that. We need the input. We all have to start communicating with each other more. And like I said before, the more minds coming together is when we can start getting some things done. I do believe that. You know what I'm saying?
Also, put Christ in the center of everything you do.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
That's the only way.
And on that note, God bless you all. Talk to you on the next one. Peace.